Hi guys, let me kind of cut to the chase and give you a guide to this summer's astrological mess of retrogrades and eclipses, and my clients are asking me about this, how to do it, how to go about it. So let's see what is going on. Okay, so let's start with quick crash course. The word retrograde scares us all, right? All we hear, oh my gosh, it's retrograde, it's a retrograde. But you see, the simple truth is that planets are just like you and me. They need time to have break, to kind of like slow down and rest. And that's actually exactly what they're doing during a retrograde. So retrogrades are not a rare phenomenon. Like, despite every scary crap that you have heard, like, no. In fact, it's kind of like, what is frustrating about retrogrades is like that they happen again and again, bringing up kind of like the old stuff in each and every time. So they can actually feel intense because they are compounded by the arrival of eclipse season. So, okay, so let's summarize. Very simple. Let's kind of like demystify this big science and big astrology. You know that I really not big astrology because it just gives you a position in the sky. It's a retrograde. Oh my gosh, cover under the rock. Look, retrogrades find us looking to the past, but eclipses are basically telling us not to get stuck. So retrogrades are sort of like telling us you should have seen it, you should have worked on it. An eclipse saying you didn't see that, let's put kind of light on it. So that's kind of like a different. You see, with retrogrades you might find a completely kind of like new situation, right? Place, community, and yet you're going to say, everything is so different about me, so I'm still thinking about that thing from my past. It's kind of like weirdness that kind of like goes. So you see, retrogrades show us things that we have already seen, but in a new light. But eclipses show us things we couldn't see and in a dramatic way, and that's the key. So think of eclipses as doorways to destiny, bookend of life chapters, and critical kind of like course-correcting occurrences. Lots of information this summer. So first and foremost, July 12th, there is a solar eclipse in Cancer, and Mars, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto will be retrograde. So somebody will make you think, oh my gosh. Listen, among these planets, Mars is the one that is kind of like rambunctious, right? And has the rarest retrograde, which kind of occurs every 2 years for about 2 months, and puts us in a kind of aggressive mood, and yet finds us lacking the energy or ability to kind of like plow forward. Saturn's retrograde will actually help us restructure. You see, Saturn is like devil in tarot. It's kind of like makes you think, okay, what is the chain on us? And do I really want to continue like somebody else's marionette or not, right? So hence, here we are kind of like going to deal with that discipline and also boundaries. Then you have Neptune. And Neptune's retrograde has us considering our fantasies and delusions. And then you have Pluto that kind of provides insight into issues, hello Scorpio, concerning power, control, and even obsession. This is also, to top it all, a Cancer eclipse that reveals that we actually have to let go of in order to protect and nurture ourselves. So sort of like, if you just think of the little crab claws, they actually do have very strong pinchers, right? And we all know Cancer is nostalgic, very nostalgic. So remember that letting go of sort of past doesn't mean forgetting it. So you know how they say, oh, forgive and forget. No, you can forgive it, but don't forget it. In fact, that's really good for your growth, right? People should learn their message and not to erase it from their hard drive. So there you go, there's another virus. Just think about it. You go on a website, you get a virus, and now you finally, after $100, clean your computer. So what should you do? Oh, let's go to the same website. No, you're not supposed to forget it. That's kind of a thing. So during July's 27th lunar eclipse in Aquarius, you see those 4 planets will be retrograde plus Mercury. And now let's talk about Aquarius, the sign of the future, meaning it's all about innovation. However, Mercury retrograde wants us to look back. You're going to see many things, and that's why we are talking raid, like raid vs raw in the US. You're going back in the past, so also expect to bump into people from your past. Certain things that you kind of like just put on a back shelf but you really didn't deal with are going to resurface. However, messages you previously didn't understand or deal with will also resurface. And what is a good news, like now you have opportunity to kind of like clean it once for all. So August 11th solar eclipse in Leo also find Uranus retrograde again, and that's kind of like frequent retrograde that happens yearly for about 5 months and encourages us to examine what really freedom means to us. See, Uranus is the planet of unpredictability. So if you know any Aquarians, you're going to think you figured them out, and then pop, you're like, who the heck are you, right? And there you go, surprise. It could be good, could be bad. And with the eclipse being in dramatic fire sign Leo, you can bet that huge revelations will be made. But on a deeper level, Leo is the sign that rules the heart. And in this eclipse, this eclipse will actually show you, no matter how shocking, is like what your heart really, really needs. So this summer, retrogrades are asking us to look to our past, while eclipses lead us toward the future. So remember, look at this, the past and the future together. We are kind of like changing this, like time continuing. So perhaps the best thing for you to do is, hey, stay present. Read your horoscope and kind of like come to this kind of pages, check your monthly, check your yearlies, check down in the description. You're going to see your annual horoscopes. Horoscopes are way more powerful than astrology because it is really addressing your soul, not some kind of like computer program. You know, whether you have Mac or PC, like there is a program placed on it. But guess what is more important? What you do with it. And that's why I actually am a big supporter of tarot and soul work. Now let's go through individual signs, and please tag it, please stamp. So I'm going to just give you sign by sign and what they will go through. Since we're starting with Cancer, Mercury retrograde, let's start with Cancer. You see, let's go first with the past. The Cancer processing like with every sign, and with the future. So Cancer, the summer retrogrades will have you re-examining many things in your life. It's going to be possibly re-strategizing debt management, budgets, and spending. But you guys will be also restructuring your relationships and also your friendships. Maybe you married somebody 20 years ago, and now you're going to see, that's what it was. So it is also time to reflect on any long-held illusions that you regarded as the truth, and reconsider the power dynamics of your relationships. You know, Schopenhauer once said, all truth go in 3 stages. 1, it is ridiculed. 2, it's violently opposed. And 3rd, final step, it's accepted as self-evident. So keep that in mind and filter it through it. So what future are you looking toward, Cancer? See, the solar eclipse in Cancer on July 12th will have you discovering things about yourself, shedding old skin, and feeling like a new person. But you'll also feel emotional and totally exhausted. Now, coming July 27th, eclipse in Aquarius will bring your focus to any intimacy issues in your life, and you'll also be paying off debts, which kind of like is a segue into August 11th eclipse, which kind of highlights money and self-worth. Talking about money or asking for things you need kind of can be uncomfortable, especially for you. But you know what? If you don't do it, then you have seen how much drama you can experience. So you know what? This time maybe you should kind of like do it. So what is my advice to you? Resisting change won't make things any easier. Embrace it. So let's see how this goes. Leos, the past that you actually need to process. So you are going to reconsider your approach to relationships, especially in the context of responsibility and power dynamics. You will also be thinking about how you express yourself and the ways you have rebelled when it comes to your career and reputation. You will be also reflecting on your fantasies concerning intimacy. Is it fairy tale-ish, or is this like on par with a mature man or a mature woman? Okay, so let's see eclipses, the future that you're looking toward. July 12th solar eclipse in Cancer is going to be for you all about trusting your intuition. So gut feeling is more important than really what you see. So make sure to give yourself space to find and listen to your inner voice. You're going to be very exhausted and restless during this eclipse, perhaps even working through a spell of bad dreams. You're processing really lots of information at this stage. It's almost like something is upgrading your system. So be patient, gentle, and be nurturing toward yourself. The eclipse in Aquarius on July 27th, the opposite sign as yours, will bring big reveals around how other people feel and encourage you to let go of old relationship patterns. Partnerships may end at this time, but new and healthy ones are on the way, so embrace it. The August 11th eclipse in Leo will set you on a journey of self-discovery where you learn to embrace the new you and you will stop clinging to the past. So yay! For those of you who really need to cut that cord. So my advice, you also need some rest, but do whatever you need to get it. Virgo, let's go the past you're processing. This summer's retrogrades will reconnect you with your inner voice and ask you to consider the ways you've disconnected from it in the past. You will be re-examining what quote-unquote fun means to you and reflecting on how you basically rebelled against organized religion and higher education in the past. The season will kind of like force you to confront any delusions that you may hold, especially when it comes to relationship. So what to look forward to? What is kind of like shining on you? The eclipses. July 12th is in Cancer, so kind of like it's a bit of a roller coaster for you. But it's also bringing in new friendships, and there is excitement around you that kind of like causes you to kind of like believe in something new, and you might actually add a little bit spicing on the top drama to your social life. The July 27th eclipse in Aquarius will hello, just buckle up before I tell you this, will shake up your schedule and routine, and you might find yourself feeling exhausted and overworked, but that's a great time to kick any bad habits and commit to taking care of yourself. And then we are coming to solar eclipse in Leo on August 11th, and it's asking you to carve out time and make space for yourself for psychic development. So this is a perfect time for you to book a reading. So just check me out about 10 days before, so you actually get it by the 11th of the August. Because you will be able to learn many secrets about the world you live in and the people around you. And literally get ahead with big steps ahead by actually having that inner information. My advice, stillness. And this is your card, Hermit. You're literally going to work that card. So stillness doesn't mean that you aren't moving forward. It's going to be lots of inside job. Libra, the past you're processing. This summer's retrogrades will have you re-strategizing your creative process and approach to dating. You will be reflecting on your past friendships, you will be restructuring your home life and boundaries, and thinking about your unique understanding of intimacy. You see, you're kind of like the one that confuses everybody. You're like very dreamy, you're very flirty, you're very diplomatic, but you're an air. You have a very sharp mind, and nobody should really mess with you, because if they do, like all of a sudden these like big teeth come out, kind of a thing. So what's the future you're looking toward? See, the July 12th eclipse in Cancer will bring you new career opportunities. So if you're looking for it, yay! and also going to help your reputation. All of a sudden, people will be giving you great references. So very much like the other signs, you working so hard will kind of like stay exhausted, but kind of like keep trusting that you're growing stronger as a result. So July 27th, eclipse in Aquarius will bring romance and sort of like tons of fun. And that also sort of comes with some kind of drama in your friendships. So because it's retrograde, you kind of like, we tend to step on people's toes. So, and it's sometimes good. As I said, we are looking in the past, and it's kind of like time to clear maybe some grievances from the past. So that eclipse also marks the end of an era for you, which is biggie, because amazing opportunities to network will also surface. So you're feeling a little bit kind of emotional about maybe fitting in during this kind of like eclipse season. And then coming to August 11th, when you have eclipse in Leo. So isn't this fun? First we're going Aquarius, then Leo. That is going to actually inspire you to open your heart. You're kind of sailing into kind of like new thing. And hence, that's a great time to connect with new friends and give a voice to some kind of like causes you believe in. Be very careful, because secrets will be revealed about communities you're part of. So don't go into that with illusions that somebody's perfect. You know, we all kind of like see this like, I mean, pet protection societies, and then you find out, you know, all these people who are doing the business for them collect 80 or 90% of their income. So just go with that with open eyes. So my advice to you is like, don't worry about being cool. Just do whatever you want and enjoy yourself. Inside job is the key for this period. Scorpio, the past you're processing, you know, I'm even afraid to start here, but if one sign or two signs can handle it, it will be Scorpio and Aquarius. So let's start with Scorpio. This is going to be tense. I'm not going to lie to you, but you know, like, aren't you saying right to yourself, just bring it on, cat? So you will be re-strategizing your approach to privacy, to safety and communication, especially when it comes to your business, communicating with the public, with your bosses and higher-ups. Old secrets are resurfacing, and you'll be able to reflect, and you'll be thinking about the fact that you have never conformed to society's expectations when it comes to relationship. You will be also reflecting on your past delusions and fantasies, especially when it comes to love life and creative process. You're sort of like, you know, when you come home and you have a whole bunch of like clothes on your chair, you're kind of like sorting this out. So let's see what you are looking toward in this kind of time period. So July 12th, eclipse is in Cancer. It's definitely bringing you opportunities to learn and travel. And it also is bringing kind of like news from kind of distant places. So distant relationships, stuff like that is going to surprise you. July 27th is eclipse in Aquarius, and you are somehow going to be focused on home and family, but also something from your childhood, check this one out, might come to the surface. So this eclipse in particularly is going to be emotional, and that is because you'll be cleaning out old wounds. You know, like when you get hurt and you get kind of like you're bleeding, if you tap with an alcohol, it's going to hurt, but that is also a very, very good stuff. For you, August 11th, eclipse in Leo is definitely going to be something that is going to be focused on career, on reputation, and you will be really, really learning what it takes to get ahead. So you definitely a private person. That sometimes is clashing with sort of like your desire for success and for recognition. So kind of like crucial step for you would be to kind of like find a balance between those two needs. So my advice for you, you know, lots of information is coming to that surface, and that's why I said it's going to be intense. It sounded simple, but you guys are processing everything deeply. So it's like that iceberg, when a chunk of that iceberg falls off, everything becomes turbulent, and that's something like that is going to happen. You know, you are usually the one who is doing a lot of the digging, but this is a really good time for you to just sit back and wait for that truth being presented for you. And don't just jump to conclusions, just internalize it, process it. Sagittarius. Okay, so let's see what kind of past you're processing. You will definitely be considering your old beliefs and many ways that you kind of like have been an innovator to kind of like maybe create your own work schedule. You also, very importantly, you'll be reflecting on your relationship to money, and you'll be really restructuring your budget and reflecting on the mysteries of early childhood. Also, you are generally blessed with the wealth of imagination, and that hasn't been working properly for a while, and click, the switch is on. So what kind of future are you looking toward? July 12th eclipse in Cancer will highlight your intimate relationship. You'll be diving into new depths. And it's going to be really interesting if you're dating somebody, you're going to discover new emotions. And also, it's going to be really interesting because you will feel a need to kind of connect with the past partners. Not so much to be with them, but sort of like to reveal the secrets. Because this is a great time for you to let go of the past. So saying that goodbye is always hard, but during eclipses, it's kind of like even more heartbreaking, but it's really necessary. You see, clinging to the past is kind of like a surefire way to have a really crappy eclipse season. So it's like, you know, the world wants to turn and it's like, no, like you're going to break all your nails, trust me. So that is taking us to the July 27th eclipse, which is in Aquarius, and that is going to reveal necessary information to you and really, really inspire you to break old patterns around communication. And that's kind of funny because you guys really think they're good communicators, that you're good communicators, but sometimes that arrow only goes in one direction. So this is actually going to give you ability to see how you're seen on 180, on 45 degrees, on 90, and so on and so forth. So on August 11th, you are going to have that eclipse in Leo, and that's going to bring some adventure. And you actually have to confront your fears, especially fears of the unknown. It's anxiety that maybe kind of like sometimes you feel tense. It's going to be time to let go of these like tightly held beliefs that just simply don't work for you, and they will not work in your new life. So my advice to you is like, please take kind and helpful actions. And if you're approaching somebody to clear the past, just make sure that you're recording yourself to really see how you actually come across to other person. Capricorn. Well, Capricorn, the past that you are processing, this season are putting your mind in overdrive. That's not only re-strategizing your budget and investments where you're expert at, but you're also reflecting on your sense of discipline. But mostly you're really looking about your process in maturity. You'll be thinking about the ways you have let go of relationships in the past, and you'll reflect the ways that you have rebelled when it comes to dating. Communication is going to be a big theme for you this summer. And as you consider the ways that you have been manipulative with your words or delusional about the messages you're sending, you'll be actually cleaning that and being able to move forward. So where are you going forward? The July 12th eclipse in Cancer will reveal secrets in your relationship, and it's going to bring new relationships your way. All patterns around relating to others are actually being broken, which might feel uncomfortable as you try to flirt with your new crush or connect with coworkers in a new way. You're going to feel like you're completely on a strange, on kind of like slippery ice, right? On July 27th, that eclipse in Aquarius will shift your focus to money and self-worth. Well, that's music to your ears, isn't it? August 11th is solar eclipse in Leo, and that is finding you mourning and letting go of the past. So I'm expecting lots of calls for readings from you, and so secrets at that time will be shared between you and your intimate partners. However, You have to understand that if you apply this properly, then new and deep connections can be really forged at this time. That's actually really a magical eclipse to engage in your spiritual practice, Capricorn. So what do I advise to you? Boundaries are your best friend. Aquarius, the past you're processing. Oh, well. The summer's retrogrades will ask you to consider the ways you take action. So, what does conquering mean to you? And have you been a bully in the past? You'll also be considering the ways you communicate in relationships and the ways that you have rebelled at home or against your family. Like it takes one to know one, right? So, get some rest. Get some quality time with yourself to reflect on these themes and confront any delusions you may have when it comes to money. So what kind of future are we looking toward? The July 12th eclipse in Cancer will bring a new day job or line of work. And there it is, that's the funny part. We are still in the Mercury shadow, and you can actually really launch something fantastic because you're going to see your day-to-day life in a new light. A wake-up call to take better care of your health may also arrive, and that's actually going to kind of like have results. On July 27th, the eclipse in our sign, Aquarius, will feel like meeting the new us, as we'll discover secrets about ourselves, and we are going to really shift how we approach relationships. Just don't get yourself exhausted. It's kind of like, how could I not see that? And then we are getting to August 11th, eclipse in Leo, which brings more shifts in your relationships and signals that the new ones are on the way, and we'll be connecting with people on a deep level. And that is the shift that also Aquarius is going this entire year, being the 11th sign, being the year number 11. And we are actually getting this like layer. So it's not anymore the raw product. Now we are getting this polish, and we are like diamond that shines. So my advice to you, well, until you can upload your consciousness to a computer, breathing deeply and fully is your best bet for staying calm. Pisces. Okay, the past you're processing. This summer's retrogrades will have you reflecting on the ways you've shot yourself in the foot in the past and how you limited your own social life. You'll also be thinking about the ways others have hurt you in the past, and confronting any delusions that you had about yourself. You're rethinking your schedule and brainstorming ways to get organized at work, but also you'll be reflecting on what you're able to accomplish with the power of a supportive community. The future that you're looking toward. On July 12th, eclipse in Cancer will bring drama to your love life and creative process. But new inspiration is on the way, as well as new opportunities to have really fun and enjoy romance. So that is getting us to the July 27th eclipse in Aquarius. It means that you need more rest to build stronger sense of psychic protection and strengthen your aura. Even though that's kind of natural to you, it looks like your shield just didn't work. Maybe it needed new battery. You might find in this time frame crying for seemingly no reason. However, why don't you trust your body? Why do we always just trust, our brain? And our brain tells us, I need to do that. Your body tells you, hey, you're tired. It's okay. Don't overbook yourself during kind of like this time frame. August 11th eclipse in Leo is going to bring shifts at work. You might get some new responsibility, and you might kind of like start to see your day-to-day life completely different. You might feel valued, and you might feel like, hey, I actually do feel I'm contributing. So what is my advice to you? This isn't the time for multitasking. Just, you need focus and you need patience, and don't overbook yourself. Aries. The past you're processing. So okay, let's talk about repressed memories. They are coming out strongly, and they're also clearing out. So you might really be surprised. Past crashers, one night stands, party friends, all of a sudden they will need attention, or you might actually somehow see them Facebook, Instagram popping up, or you might be inclined to actually get in touch. You'll also be reflecting on the goals that you have accomplished and reconnect with your sense of purpose, especially when it comes to creating change in your community. So let's see those pesky eclipses. The season of eclipses is all about growing stronger roots. So you're not exactly a domestic person. But the solar eclipse in Cancer on July 12th will have you building a happier home and fostering a deeper sense of security. So you're ready to break negative patterns that have been carried through your family line. The lunar eclipse in Aquarius on July 27th will bring big reveals in your social life. And the August 11th eclipse in Leo will as well, though that one kind of like shines more of a light on your love life. You're finding yourself fitting in with a kind of like new crowd, and you'll be very creative. You'll be kind of inspired to create art, and almost like it's going to be some kind of like momentum around social causes that you're passionate about. So what is my advice to you? Belongings won't make you happy, but the feeling of belonging will. So find your community, reach out to friends, and be open to making new ones. Taurus, the past that you need to process. This summer's retrogrades will find you reflecting on your friendships, reconnecting with family, and processing memories from early childhood. You'll also be thinking about your beliefs and adventures from the past and reconsidering the notion of success. Something that once seemed to kind of like be very awe-inspiring may actually have a different meaning for you now. So what kind of future are you looking toward? This July 12th eclipse in Cancer will have you focused on communication. You'll be developing your listening skills and learning to trust your intuition and feeling confident about speaking your truth. This July 27th eclipse will impact your career goals and reputation. You'll be seen as an innovator, a kind of like invaluable part of your industry's future, the hero. But only if you're able to work through the kind of shakeups and challenges that also are going to be part of this eclipse. When it comes to August 11th eclipse, we'll have you focused on creating a home in kind of like tangible and emotional sense. It's kind of like going to be about feeling safe and feeling protected. So my advice to you, you cannot change others, but guess who you can change? Yep, yourself. So you need to ask yourself, hey, who do I want to be? Gemini, the past that you need to process. All right, the summer's retrogrades will have you reflecting on past debts and intimate relationships. You'll be considering your former career goals and any delusions that you may harbor about fame, for example. So old news will also resurface for you to examine with a new perspective. So let's see the eclipses, the future you're looking toward. July 12th eclipse in Cancer will have you focus on money and self-worth, and some shakeups may rock your sense of security. On July 27th, there is eclipse in Aquarius, and you will be embarking too on new territory. This particular eclipse will shine a light on the sector of your chart which kind of rules travel and higher learning. So you will be all about taking in new ideas, dabbling with new languages, and seeing new places. Even if this means going on YouTube and say, okay, today I'm traveling to Thailand or wherever. And then this is taking us to the August 11th eclipse, which is in Leo. And that's going to bring huge reveals to your life as information that you previously couldn't access comes your way. Hello, you're like tuning in finally to the radio channel. Fortunately, you're actually going to have amazing communication skills. So put into good use and speak your truth. So my advice to you, hey, don't just say what you think. Share how you feel. So there is like something newfound that is going to be very, very beneficial to you. So hopefully you enjoy this, and hopefully you're going to come back and click that subscribe button. Love you.